This has been my weekend project. I have to tell you, I can barely walk right now. It has been hard work. I'm watching my footing more than what the camera's picking up. So last week before last week, I can't remember, I found this huge piece of milky quartz. Just put my hand there for reference. That's going to be moved down somewhere here. Unfortunately, I had to have a couple of trees taken down. One was falling down and bringing the bank with it here, and I have a terrible fear of being up here and suddenly disappearing under a landslide of mud and slate. It's the badgers and other little animals are digging under there, and the same with the tree there. It had to come down because half of it had broken down and the bank is eroding quite dangerously. I'm not sure if you can see there. That's the badger set. So of course the badgers are welcome, but I don't want to die. Also, as firewood for a couple of years. So I don't know if anybody remembers an earlier video when I cleaned out the spring. A lot of the leaves and mud had fallen back in, so this has been a 3 or 4 hour project yesterday and today. So what I've been doing is I've been scooping out the debris with a bucket and putting it into these bags here, and then letting the water run back into the spring. Oh, I'm really struggling to walk. So I brought these pretty big, well, they're huge slates, they're just half submerged, from the back of the forest, back of my part of the property. The milky quartz, the giant milky quartz in the centre there, was put here long before me, long before I came here. I mean, it is enormous. So again, it's my hand for size. I've got to clean some more of this out. This, I'm not sure what the spring was ever used for, but it's just such a beautiful little place to be. And I've made a sort of barrier here. I'm going to put some chestnut stakes in there and make a little woven fence to hold everything back, because all of this was submerged again, and I brought this large slate over as another step so that I could put one of the other big steps in there. So it's been a lot of hard work for basically a muddy, boggy hole in the ground. But I love it. I love the atmosphere here. And I'm going to level this area here and put a platform and come up here to do some weaving, maybe some woodwork, because the beauty of doing woodwork up here is I don't have to clear it up. The forest can have it back. And that gap up there was where another tree came down, and that was stopping the horses and the sheep from getting in here. So I've built up a layer of dead branches to stop them coming through. And when Toffee escaped a few weeks ago and went on a late night grand adventure, I have no idea how he didn't fall down, because he would have died. He would have broken a leg. But he's a silly pickle like the sheep. So there you have it. My little goddess spring. And up there is another entrance to the badger set, which goes all the way along behind and under this ridge. And over there, can you see over there, is probably the main bit that they live in. But up here is relatively new. I say it's new, I've just never noticed it before. It's huge, it's vast. So there we are. I feel like it needs a name, this little spring. I had originally thought of calling it the Danu Spring, because when I dug it out before, it coincided with a festival or a celebration, I can't remember now. But apart from Muddy Bog, I would appreciate anybody's contribution towards naming it. And my little special area. Well, now I'm going to hobble back and feed the animals, because they're a little bit upset that I've walked straight past them without giving them their supper. So have a lovely evening, everybody. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.